Okay, and it looks like we're live. This is another stream of No Death Skyrim, legendary difficulty. Let's double check that I haven't done anything shady with that. Nope, still there. Unfortunately. Luckily, at this point, I am fairly well equipped. I mean, this is, what, episode 7 at this point? Yeah, we're doing okay about that. As far as streaming is concerned, though, I don't know. YouTube's been a little weird about things lately. Yeah. Oh well. I'm mostly just playing this to have a little fun. If you guys ever want to talk about, ask me about stuff, survival, that sort of thing, that's what this is for. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get very many videos outdoors lately. A couple of reasons. I'll try to breeze through them fairly quickly as I walk around searching for bears. That's the goal today, hunting bears. Going on a bear hunt. Gonna hopefully not catch more than one at a time and have it aggro me. Janassa is the meat shield. But yeah, I haven't been able to do many videos, whether wild edibles or anything like that lately, simply because, one, I do most of my videos on my phone, and that can be a little difficult lately, simply because my phone is having issues charging, and I must have not plugged it in properly enough today, or last night, because it really didn't charge. So I spent the day trying to charge it up. Didn't really get enough of a charge. Because I plugged it in earlier in the morning, but I don't think I plugged it in right, and it sort of, put it this way, it's supposed to charge, the fast charging, which I've given up on, charges it at like 2 to 3 hours for a full charge, but normal charging, I suppose, is like 6 hours. I never get fast charging anymore, so I cope with the fact that I'll plug it into normal charging, and overnight it'll get up to 100%. Well, I plugged it in last night. Nope. It came completely undone. It was almost dead when I think it was like 1% when I woke up. And two, I actually think this is a hunter camp. Why am I, I thought this was a bandit camp and I was gonna fight, but no, this is a hunter camp. Free wolf.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
Unfortunately, I was... I'm rambling again. I need to, short and sweet. So I plugged it in, didn't plug in, didn't charge at night, so I plugged it back in the morning, and actually late afternoon. But I digress. And I didn't even get the normal charging. It was like, 15 hours until full, which I didn't notice until several hours after I plugged it in. So yeah, my phone was not capable of doing anything more than a one-take video, and I really didn't have any of those planned. They're mostly filler anyway. Probably rather play this. And also, as I said before in my last stream, it's early summer. Early summer is a terrible time to go out in nature, unless you want to go and... Well, I shouldn't say that. It's always nice to go out in nature. It's a terrible time for wild edibles, because all the fruits are a little busy, growing at the moment. They're not fully grown and ripe yet. In fact, there are some species that are specifically named. I think one of the species that I didn't get to try this year, because it had issues with disease, was serviceberry. Another name for that is Juneberry, because it's special because it fruits early in June. Most things don't ripen until mid-summer. So I'm just standing outside looking at all the black raspberries and wineberries and blackberries going, get on with it! But yeah, unfortunately, oh hello, that's a Spriggan. Let's not involve ourselves with that. Gotta be careful. I'm rambling on, and very reasonable chance I could stumble into something I shouldn't. So yeah, there were issues with the phone charging. There's not that much material that's interesting. I try not to do filler videos anymore. I try to do this as much as, you know, if ever I'm going to make a video that I think, you know, that's kind of stupid, I'm not sure that that's going to be a good addition to the catalog of videos. I've made several videos like that before when I didn't have this, where I was like, you know, a couple months later I looked back at it and went, okay, gotta get rid of that, gotta unlist that, because it's just diluting the catalog with, I mean, I try not to unlist meaningful videos, like Wild Edibles videos, unless, okay, first of all, I don't want to like dilute the catalog. If something is like an update video, I don't want people getting recommended that, because that's kind of, you know, I want every video I have that is recommended to be, you know, this is one of the things I think people, it might not be the best video on the planet, but it's a good recommendation. It shows, you know, what the channel is about. Ooh. That's a good shot. Oh, Janessa, I'm going to need you to show up. I don't think it knows how to get up here. So I do want most videos on my catalog to be, you know, presentable. But so I tend to unlist the updates and videos that, like, I know they're not the best. They're sort of fillery. I try to unlist those after a certain point, especially if they're not getting received well. But in terms of Wild Edibles, I try to like not unlist stuff like that unless there's something wrong. Like, I mean, some of these things, like, I thought, you know, I went based on information I had at the time, especially early on when I was going based on information from my childhood, basically.
Take this and hold on to it. I'll be back for it
This is
later.
not the time, dude.
Good. Don't lose it. No time to talk. Snitch or double cross me and I'll kill you. Bastard! Victory's yours, I submit!
Bad. Anyway. With stuff like Wild Edibles, I mean, sometimes my information is flat out like, I rarely get information wrong. Sometimes I will mess up on species simply because I'm not that well versed in specific species, and sometimes they're really close. They look almost identical. Like, I had to unlist a rosehip video because I got the species wrong. It wouldn't matter for, you know, edibility, but it might affect taste, and I just continually referred to it as something that it really isn't. Come here. And there was some other stuff that, unfortunately, it was too region specific. there are some plants, like I had to actually enlist my... I really shouldn't be doing this while I'm... You gonna shoot? There we go. Unfortunately, I had to unlist the wild carrot video because I said that only edible species have hairs. That specific carrot family is a really difficult and touchy one. In retrospect, I shouldn't have made any like that. That's too quick and easy of a distinction. It works in my specific area, but there are other plants in other areas. Like I think there's a plant native to the northwest that has hairs and is not something you want to be eating. It's so I'll have to update that video too. I try not to replace videos just because they're, you know, bad, unless I have an update where it's actually like interesting and I've actually made improvements. But I digress. Sometimes... Okay. Right. Oh wait, I have pocket feathers. Do I? I should. I do not. That's an issue. I should have a potion of cure disease though. Alright. This is a lot of bears. Also, that one farmer or whatever it's supposed to be that asks for his item back after the fugitive, he never showed up. Huh. Interesting. Maybe he got hurt or something. I try not to ramble on too much about, you know, well, I wanted to do a video, but I couldn't, so now we're doing this. Because it's like, you know, these streams are fairly well received. And I like doing them. Channel is very much non-specific in regards to stuff like this, so I'm not too concerned about that. Ooh. Shrine of Xanathar. Oh, I could have cured the disease there if I had known it was there. Oh well. Oh, that bear was alive?
Someone run past just now. Yes, I'm going to track.
I really needed that enchantment, but goody two shoes time. Them's the rules for the stream. Phew. Oh well. I always do love walking in the rift. This is one of the few holds that actually has some deciduous trees and variety in the amount of trees it has. It has pines and birch? It's hard to tell. You know, this isn't exactly, it's hard to do tree identification with leaves like this. Could be birch, could be aspen. Hard to tell. Spiders. Trying to get back into the habit of actually using stuff like resist poison potions. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, sorry, Janessa. Well, these guys aren't doing that much damage anymore. I hope there's not too many issues with the stream. I thought I had them sorted out. Well, I did. I sorted most of the audio issues out. Still have to remind myself to stay pretty close to the microphone. Because unfortunately, this microphone doesn't pick up my voice that well when I'm standing over here. Sitting. If I move back over here, it doesn't pick it up as well. If I'm right, words. It doesn't pick it up as well unless I'm right here. But you know, it's better than audio cutouts, which I was having issues with before. More spider. You guys are terrible for the stream. Poor arachnophobes, am I right? It's got to be really hard to play this game. Although there are mods that reskin the spiders. Because they're not even cartoony. They're pretty terrifying. Alright, where am I even heading? I'll head over here, because that's a town. I think it has a mine that actually has ebony ore in it. You have to really try to find it, I think. But I might be wrong on that. I'm not sure. It might be just confusion of two different caves. Oh, I love this place. Rift is probably my favorite hold. For aesthetic reasons, and also it has the most small towns too, which I like. I think it's tied with Whiterun in having 2. Although the other holds might have 2 small villages. I'm not super well traveled in Skyrim. Well, hello. I should definitely actually have, if we're interested in survival, my sword out. Because you're moving towards a threat. Speaking of moving towards a threat, let's move away from a threat. Yeah, I don't want to bump into that now. I'll let those two. There's a Spriggan nearby. Elk do not do that unless there's a friggin' nearby. At least I don't think they do. I'll take that. But yeah, overall, streams are just a far more stable, less filler-y sort of thing to do. That's mainly why I like them. There. I love that piece of music so much. It's so short. Should be able to handle these spiders.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something. In the old fort near Riften. Might consider joining up myself.
I was, however, having a couple issues with last stream, the playback specifically. It shows that it's fairly long. It's almost, you know, it's basically 3 hours and 30 minutes. But unfortunately it's stuck on processing the playback, so it only shows the the last 2 hours in standard definition. Apparently that's a common bug. Oh, I have to figure out how to fix that.
I hope you haven't arrived here looking for work in the mine. Sure, it's full of spiders, that's what's wrong with it. Almost killed Grogmar and me when they showed up. I'm worried that they'll come out of the mine looking for food soon. Then we're in even bigger trouble. Yeah, they're as useless as a fifth wheel on a wagon. Gave me some sort of line about keeping an eye out for enemy soldiers. What's the point in protecting this place if the mine's completely useless? Idiots. Tell you what, keep to your word, and I'll line your pockets with as much as I can scrape up. I don't want to be responsible for sending you to your death. Be careful in the mine.
Okay, this is gonna be not easy. Also, I do have a distinct feeling that I'm taking this too casually. You know what? I'll stay close up here, so if I need to, I can run back out. It shouldn't be too difficult. What in the hell? Teleporting Spriggans. That's interesting. Good to know that Spriggans go down like chumps now, though. That's good news. Also, props to mitigations. That went well. Yeah, credit where due to my armor on that one. For the record, we're still on legendary. Okay, they're losing sight of me now. They're further down in the mine, so. Have to be careful with carry weight. In fact, Janessa,
We're one of the same
yeah,
if
yell
that
it.
is what you wish.
I'm going to give her bunch of stuff to lower the weight.
Lead
At least
on
for
then.
now. So as far as the stream is concerned, I'm really trying to get more heavy armor skill. That's a big boy. Okay, I wonder if I can soul trap him. Thanks, Pillar. Oh well. Never said this would be top tier gameplay. That's Janassa ad. She's fine. Alright. That was actually less difficult than I thought it was going to be, even with the Spriggan joining the party for some reason. I'm actually curious as to what level
I
Spriggans
wonder
are.
how many poor souls have lost their lives working these tunnels.
Because I don't think Spriggan levels that high. Because they're the first tier of enemy you run across. Well, that enemy. Grab the apples. Yeah, I thought there were ebony ore veins in here, but I'm not entirely sure about that. Hold on, let me look that up. Let's browse some other stuff while we're doing that. I'll multitask as best I can. I might actually use that, but only for big purchases. It's, you know, such a hassle to go from, you know, hold on, gotta sell some stuff. Let me switch my amulet. Ideally, I'd even have something else on that's more important. And for those of you who don't know, the reason why I am keeping a lot of these gloves, gauntlets, and such are because, again, this is a no-death legendary playthrough. I might actually feasibly need them, especially stuff like the resist shock plate boots. If I'm ever going up against mages, I'll equip those. Yeah, it says there's ebony here, but I don't see any. It might be leveled. Hold on, let me look that. Actually, yeah, I'm reading this. These are probably leveled, because I mined iron from these, and each one corresponds to exactly where the ebony is supposed to be. So maybe you have to mine the iron first, or you have to be a certain level, who knows? Hard to tell. Oh yeah, and I'm reading the bugs here. This is the reason that I have a stipulation. Well, first of all, there's a reason that mods that just will delete the save or whatever, where you can't play it if you die, don't really exist that. And if they do, they're not that popular for stuff like Skyrim. I couldn't find any. I was thinking about doing one, and then the absence of them made me reconsider it. Because Bethesda games have a tendency to accidentally kill you. Like this bug. It is possible that upon entering the mine, the Dragonborn will fall through the floor and die when they hit the bottom of the mine. Yep. And that's the reason we have that rule.
I've been cracking rock ever since I've been able to hold a pickaxe, and I'm telling you, this mine is drying up.
And I'm telling you, you're wrong.
What makes you so sure? What if I'm right?
Everything was going great in Red Belly. Then the damn spiders showed up.
If you think you're right, then you can pack up and leave anytime you like.
You think living
Nasty
with
little
Grogmar
buggers,
is
aren't
easy?
they?
Did you see how he lives?
They gone.
Every one
At
of them.
this rate, that'll never
Why,
happen.
that's incredible. Finally, we can reopen the mine and put Shore's Stone back on the map. Here, please accept this gift as a token of our gratitude.
Whoa.
All I'm asking is that you
Don't
clean
kid
up once in a
yourself.
while. How
Stone
you can find
runs in our
anything
blood.
about the place
That
is
was
beyond
a
me.
lot of money.
I'd rather
Welcome.
spend more time
Would you
in the
happen to
mine
be
all
headed
the
towards
time
Darkwater
than
Crossing?
doing woman's work, keeping the house clean.
My parents live there. I usually make the journey to bring them gifts and to just say hello, but I haven't been well lately. I've written some letters and placed them in a satchel.
Maybe you'd like to put some scent
Perhaps you
tips
wouldn't
behind
mind
that
delivering
rose.
it to them on my behalf?
You have yourself a bet.
You would? Well then, I would insist on rewarding you for your time. Here, take my satchel and give it to my father, Werner. He'll likely have something for you to bring back.
Cool.
Darkwater Crossing is a difficult journey. Mind yourself.
Oh, I'm sure I'll die on the way. I'm not above superstition, especially for stuff like this. Even though, like, you know, it clearly has no, you know, backing. But it's fun to, you know, BS a little bit about, you know, I have to, first of all, be nice to all the NPCs, because then the game smiles upon you. And two, don't get overconfident. You're like, no, I can handle that. Don't worry, I've done this before. No, I will die on the way. Invariably. Let's see if there's any bedrolls here. I prefer to do it here than sleep at an inn.
So many shadowy corners to strike from. I could learn to like this place.
Yeah, I know what it is. I'm the type of person who will specifically knock on wood as a matter of habit, not to jinx myself, but simultaneously know, like, yeah, it doesn't matter whatsoever. I don't even know why those kinds of behaviors even came about. Definitely a topic for a sociology paper, that's for sure. Also, man, when I looted this place, I did not do a very good job. Come on, no bedrolls? There's gotta be some in here. Oh well. Suppose we can just head up to Riften. I don't want to wander around too much at night. That's asking for vampires. Thinking about it silently to myself, I sort of... There's no justification for superstition. My philosophy major is showing. There's no justification for superstition unless you believe in some sort of cosmic, rightness. But at the very least, in my opinion, not necessarily if you go out of your way to help, non-player characters, which are obviously not, real. But if you're rude to... What are you shooting at? Alright, get the popcorn. Let's see who wins this fight. I don't think the Imperial Courier is going to win, but he might take one down with him. Unlikely, though. Oh, no, it's over. Ooh.
Disrespect the law, and you disrespect me.
Cool. Yeah. But yeah, in my humble opinion, if you are someone who disrespects even non-real...
Hey, don't look at me that way. Who are you to judge me?
What? I'm not
So
judging
what
you.
if I have a problem? I know how to
I'm
deal
touching you.
with
What do you want from me? In my opinion, if you...
If you've got the coin, you've come to the right place. Pull up a seat.
don't treat even, in the game, you don't
New
treat
around Riften?
people with
Take
respect.
my advice. Stay at the Bee and Bar. The bunkhouse isn't for you.
If you've got... Sure thing.
Yeah.
It's your...
If you don't treat these
I'll
people
show
right,
you to your room. Right this way.
um,
Come back and see
the
me.
fact that
Ever
you will
try and practice
die.
rebelling arts with Hemming again.
Yeah,
I'll make sure that pretty little
the fact
face
that you
loses
will
the
die
connection.
is justified.
He wasn't protesting,
Hold on.
Nathan.
Ugh. Too many people talking. I can't get the point across.
Of course he wasn't, you stupid whore. He's a man. Now I'm not going to warn you again. Is that...
Don't get too far ahead.
My goodness, Maven, you couldn't be comfortable with the PG-13 stream, could you?
Looking for work? I need someone to deliver a message to Sibby Blackbriar.
If you don't... It's one thing if you're role-playing like a thief.
Everything all right?
But if you don't treat people around you right as a general rule, then in something like a no-death playthrough, you deserve that death. Not hurting anyone. So... it's hard to say like it has any real-world implications, but, in-game to in-game, it would only be right if you treat people wrong here that you have repercussions here. Not in real life, but I don't know, something doesn't sit well with me when people naturally, as soon as they're in a video game, they will treat the characters around them with disrespect, and especially, don't even get me started on Rust, Ark, and those types of games. costs nothing to be nice to something that basically doesn't exist. I don't know, it just feels good.
Take this and hold on to it.
Oh my
I'll be back for it later. I'll pay you good. No time to talk. Snitch or double-cross me and I'll kill you. I need it.
Let's see about that. Oh, you. Are you kidding me?
Yes. If that is what you wish.
Expert strategy. He weighed me down.
Lead on then.
Did you see someone run past just... Yes.
Yes, here you are.
I'm going to track down that thief. Murder him.
Alright, where is he?
Don't kill me!
Dude. You're the one that stole from a dude. Oh, that looks nice. That's a dawn for you. Ah, that's nice. I don't know how well that's showing on stream, though. Unfortunately, there are limitations to what you can show with a streaming, system. Hopefully you'll at least be able to see what I'm talking about. For any of you who watch this or watch the playback, I mean, I probably will talk philosophy more on this. Hey, leave the bunny alone. Hey. Let's eat some of this. Like a goat roast. Reduce the weight a little bit. The bunny's still alive. I can't heal it. Oh well. Yeah, I'll definitely end up talking philosophy more and more, I figure. If you don't like that, well, I mean, leave a comment, it's your opinion. But if you would like more of that, I can certainly do. This is certainly the platform for it. I would never do a video like talking about philosophy. Oh my goodness, that'd be dry. But discussing it on stream, you could pose me a question or something like that. Absolutely not. I know what's in this cave. Fulmer. Lots of them. I definitely think, personally, I believe there's no unified human nature, so it makes sense, but I don't know. I don't, in terms of, like, how you treat other people, it even in a video game, it still feels wrong to treat, you know, anything poorly. You guys just saw me try to save a bunny. I mean, I have eaten rabbit before. And I would have no issue hunting rabbit. But when it's not necessary, I don't know, it seems rude and uncalled for. I'm not making very much sense. Which is why I have coffee to fix that. Oh my goodness. There's gonna be mages there. Know my way around Skyrim well enough for that. Again, Rift is probably one of my favorite holds, so I know stuff here very well, and in Whiterun hold very well. Oh, and this is Crag's Lane, I think. I'll fight the guys outside, but I think inside is actually quite difficult. I think if I open these, they're just going to attack. Oh, let's see. Okay, here's the conundrum here. You can't leave an animal in a cage outside unattended. It gonna die. So you have to open the cage to free it, and then it's the animal's choice whether it leaves and runs away into the wild, or it tries to fight you, in which case you need to defend yourself. So actually, practically, yeah, unfortunately, in any practical sense, there's not much you could do to save these wolves. You could say, like, oh, just leave them be. Well, then they'll die. Where are they going to get food? Are they going to bite the bars? Normally I wouldn't evaluate it like this in Skyrim. I typically just play it as a video game. I mean, with the caveats of, like, yeah, I don't generally like hurting people. Simply because just doesn't feel right to me. And if it feels, you know, if you don't have those kind of inhibitions, you might have some news for you. Probably fine, but my goodness, dude. Might need to check in with a therapist or something.
There's been word of some trouble nearby. I'm on my way to investigate.
Cool.
I probably shouldn't tell everyone who asks. This is important business, you know.
76 is a low number.
You want to pay me to do my job? Fine. I'll mark the location on your map. Just make sure you take care of whatever's going on there. It's my name on mine.
I'll probably find more than 76 gold at the location, so... If it was something like... even if it was over 100, I'd say no. But 76? Yeah, I can manage that. We're good on that. I have a coffee to the left. Unfortunately, I don't have a camera, so I can't show you guys that. I don't know if I'll ever get one. It seems kind of stupid for the purpose of this stream, at least. So, Lost Knife Hideout maybe is probably where she sent me. Oh, wait. Anyway, I have a coffee to my left. I switched from, I used to put a lot of sugar in it. This is completely has nothing to do with Skyrim, but you might have heard me make some relatively wincing, like, I don't know how much the microphone picks up. I don't really watch, I mean, it's a 3-hour stream. You'd be forgiven if you didn't watch the whole thing, because I certainly don't rewatch it. Anyway, in terms of, like, the wincing noise you might hear me make as I drink the coffee. I just, earlier in quarantine, because of COVID, I figured I used to put a lot of sugar in my coffee. And then I went from, let's just say from a lot to slightly less. I went from, 3 scoops to 2 scoops. Scoops is not exactly a quantifiable term of measurement, but you know what I mean. And then I was originally, I had gotten accustomed to that for like a couple weeks. And I said, you know what, I'm going to change it to 1 scoop. I tried it with 1 scoop. And again, more math. 3 to 2 is not that appreciable of a decrease. But,
We're one of the same kind.
even though
If
it's the
that
same
is what you wish.
amount, 3 to 2 to 1, I was losing a third of the sugar, and then I was losing a half of the sugar. So a third's less noticeable than a half, the way these taste buds are calibrated, at least. Once I tasted the first one, once I tasted it with just 1 scoop of sugar in it, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go cold turkey. This was all in a span of like 2 or 3 weeks. And I mean, I just wanted to do it for health reasons, Not that old, but as you get older, the amount of simple sugars you... Ow! The amount of simple sugars in your diet matters way more the older you get, and I'm not too concerned about it right now, except maybe weight gain, but I don't typically have too much of an issue with that. I do a lot of stuff outdoors, so my exercise is pretty regular, especially nowadays.
Wonder what's below.
But in terms of like, I'd rather reduce it to 0 now and just have milk with my coffee, so that 1, long-term health, and 2, it's going to be a lot easier to switch, now than later. I would think so. Oh, I forgot, this is the one with the ebony ore veins. Well, one of them at least, so that's nice. I might be able to make something.
Earthen passages do not agree with me. I already miss the wind and sky.
Janessa has some of the best voice lines, in my opinion. See, if you see me wincing, well, you don't see me, but if you hear any wincing noises, if there is such a thing, as I drink the coffee, that's why. It's quite bitter at the moment. New beans, that sort of thing. But it's coffee, and it's better for my health than the stuff I was drinking before, so. I generally am an endorser of the philosophy of, too bad, deal with it, when it comes to stuff like this. The only reason I grab those books is because if you look at the cost, that one was worth 50, whereas normal books are not. Even though I already got the skill for that from that book. Ooh, now I have 2 alchemy things. That's nice, actually. Coffee is quite bitter, though. So I think it's just those 2 ebony ore veins. And, Alright, let me through, Janassa, please. Why? Why do they make so many passageways that are just impossible to go through with only, you know, 1 person wide? Ugh. I do find it funny, though. I tried to talk a little bit of philosophy there. I don't think there were some issues with people talking, but NPCs, but the messaging was not good. I think I did a better job just offhand before in one of my other streams. Because there I talked about, like, at the very least it's good practice for treating... Ah, there's my phone. What? That's just a weird, probably just phishing scam. Whatever. Talking about the morality and those people show up. Hold on, let me check my internet connection. Every once in a while I need to look at how things are going. Okay, okay. That's good. I think that's probably the internet connection on my other computer thing. Yeah, I think I said it better on my other stream, that treating NPCs right is good practice for treating people right in real life, which certain people have difficulty doing. Did I get there? Sure, candlelight, take it.
So, if that is what you wish.
Don't foresee using it much, but...
Let's go.
This is going to be... Yeah, no, I'm going down the way I'm supposed to go down. It's boring, it's less interesting, but unfortunately it's just one of those things. Glad that wasn't me. You okay, Janessa? Yeah, she's fine.
As we walk these stone passages, we delve into the very bones of the earth.
The way she says bones is interesting, to say the least. For those of you who are long-term viewers of the stream and are well aware of my mud crab training escapades, you will know I'm very much one to value practicality over any degree of interestingness. I do my fair share of falling down mountains, but one of the main things I want to teach with this survival stream is that the 2 most important things for survival are assessing a situation, which is the thing I'm talking about now, you know, knowing when what you're about to do is a bad idea versus when you can be confident. I am very glad I didn't fall through the earth there. Generally, you don't want to be too confident, but a little bit of confidence, you know, I'm out in the world, I'm armed. The fact that I'm not cowering in Riften is at least a little bit of confidence, I suppose. Me putting my bow away was some confidence. But also that individual skill, I mean, longtime viewers of the channel will have seen some decent lucky shots, and also parts where I've played absolutely horrendously. Individual skill does not matter whatsoever. You cannot rely on anything with regard to individual skill. The only things you can rely on are your logistics. You know, the fact that I have spent a lot of time making sure that my character has enough armor. Actually, no, not even enough. I've spent hours making sure that my character has more than enough armor, has more than enough magic resist, has more than enough health to deal with anything he'll come across. And then the over-judgment of whether or not I can handle a situation with the tools that I have given myself. That's it. Oh, poor Janessa. Janessa, you got something behind you. Let's, I can probably cross through here. I shouldn't encounter anything I can't handle in the open wilderness in daytime. The only threats and random encounters I would be worried about are accidentally stumbling upon a giant, stumbling upon Thalamore Justiciars, which I do have. Hello. Yeah, giants. Vampires usually don't come out in the day, I don't think they can. And the Thalamore Justiciars or whatever. But I have shock resist boots for that. They're big fans of those shock spells, let me tell you. Okay. I hope there's someone I could sell to at Darkwater Crossing. Definitely feel a little exposed right here. Anytime you're worried that there's a possibility you could be jumped and be forced into close combat before you would, ideally like to, it's time to go sword and shield. That looks like a Vigilant of Stendar fighting an Atronach. He will probably win, at which point I can gather the flame salts from him. Not him, the Atronach. I should make sure that he lives, though.
Must have run off. Stendar's mercy be upon you, for the vigil has none to spare.
Hey, where'd it go?
Walk always in the light, or we will
Up there it
drag
is.
you.
There we go. I do also feel kind of bad about not helping and then looting. Like, at the very least, throw healing hands on the guy. Come on, let's go. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Hopefully there's like a smith here or something. Would be nice. What? It just works? What? What just happened? I guess I'll put her on the boots of hauling then. I hope she just didn't die. Nope, she's back. Okay. All right then. That's something. Oh, I can reduce weight here at the very least by melting down some of the stuff.
If that is what you wish.
Yeah, I'm going to need you to carry these, and that's a lot of wolf pelts. Where did I get that many wolf pelts?
Lead on then.
Okay.
Yes, if that is what you wish. Let's go.
I think that's just corundum. We can wait some other time for that. Oh, it's just a Stormcloak soldier.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend? Annika used to help more with the mining, but nowadays she's a bit of a bounder. It's a shame our daughter couldn't make the journey herself, but at least she still thinks of us. If you wouldn't mind bringing this back to her for us, I'd appreciate it. All right, then. I do love my wife. Just wish she'd get her head out of the cloud.
I wonder if there's any way I can sell stuff too.
I keep hearing stories about Morrowind. Sounds like a wretched place. All right, then.
Can I sell stuff to you? Probably can't sell stuff to the kid, though.
I used to be an adventurer in my day. Then I settled down, got married. That's right. I used to explore all over. I'm the one who originally found the mine Darkwater Crossing was built around. I was actually scouting a bit the other day, old time's sake. Spied a brigand heading back to his camp. Up for a little hunting? My husband is being a sad stick, so I can't go myself. This brings back memories. Come back when you're done, and maybe I'll be up to showing you a few tricks. Bandits are cowards. Don't strain yourself chasing them all down.
Don't have to tell me that. Tell that to Janessa. I wish there was a way you could tell the followers to, you know, hey, lay up, they're running away. You don't have to kill them all. You know, it's interesting that the lower level bears are brown and the higher level bears are black. And even higher level bears are white, but that's justified. In general, brown bears are far more capable in a fight. In fact, for those of you who don't know, you actually treat bears differently based on the color of their fur. There's a neat little rhyme for it, too. If the bear is black, fight back. Black bears will not stop attacking you, especially for food, if they're not one of the bears that will, you know, if you play dead, it doesn't work on that. So, if the bear is black, fight back. Most people, especially adult males and even adult, adult men, adult women should be able to fight a bear with their bare hands. You know, especially if you're physically fit, you should be able to beat one at least until it, depends on the size, but if you really give it your all, you'll find, especially if it's life or death, you'll find the strength to fight back, at least to the point where it should leave you alone. If the bear is brown, lie down. Bears do not attack. Brown bears, if you play dead, they will leave you alone. Especially in territorial disputes, and also for whatever reason, they don't typically like to eat their prey fresh. So I've heard. I mean, it's just a rhyme, and if doing this channel has taught me anything, is that nothing's ever that simple in nature. But, and in addition to that, if the bear is white, good night. Polar bears will,
I can see the battle lust in your eyes. Doom will surely come to any who cross your path.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, polar bears, if you ever have to defend yourself against a polar bear, you need a gun. You're not doing it with anything else, and it will kill you. So, polar bears actually hunt people. Fun fact. Alright, this is probably stupid, but let's go. Can always bail. The rhyme's not entirely true though, because polar bears essentially have ADHD. So if you drop an article of clothing, again, a little difficult in the Arctic, but you should have extra layers on you. You can drop an article of clothing and they will investigate it, and you might be able to run away. sources of damage.
Do your work.
I hope there's a fort somewhere around here because I'm sitting a little heavy right now. In fact, I'm gonna bail. I think I'll head to Windhelm and upsmithing there. Maybe to Whiterun. I am already pretty close to Whiterun. Like if I check. Yeah, it's pretty equidistant at this point. And the road is more clear up here. Plus I already have this scouted and cleared. Fortunately, I'm heavy right now. I can't put any points into stamina, which also increases carry weight, unfortunately. That is 100% a game mechanic. You can't exactly just grab a bunch of bees and be like, ah yes, alchemy ingredients, and not get stung. Hello. Okay.
If that is what you wish.
Eventually she's gonna run out of carry weight space too, so
Lead on then.
I do have to be careful about that. I don't think I've been here before. This is nice. Well, I have to check it out now. There's a bridge there. And actually, in real life, this would be a very, very, very bad idea. You never want to use a quote-unquote natural bridge like this made out of a fallen tree, because there's a very good chance your weight will tip the scales and it'll break. Typically in a game like this, it's just a game mechanic. Let's see if I can get you to stagger and trip off the side. I might actually have to make more iron arrows. How am I not hitting him now? So where'd Janassa go? Oh, she's back there. I thought she fell off for a second. %50 chance to stagger is really nice. Unfortunately, there's just so much bullet sponging in this. I mean, I guess he went out on his own terms? Okay, this is actually... Hold on. I'm actually going to slowly walk across. Alright. In general, that would be a very, very bad idea. I've done a video on that as to why those bridges are typically, you know, not bridges, especially with a drop like that. I mean, you saw the poor guy, he fell off and died. It's never worth it. It's always better to just find somewhere else to cross. If you have no choice, you're free to try it, but as with everything, if you have no choice, say, like there's a bear on one side and you gotta run, you gotta do what you gotta do, but when given a choice, it's never a good idea to cross a fallen tree like that. The shock of it falling typically causes a severe stress that is very likely to break under weight. He's swimming. Oh. There's my phone buzzing again. I don't know if you guys can hear that. For whatever reason, it seems that anything that's connected... no, that was just something else, some app. It seems that anything that is even remotely connected to the desk will cause it to reverberate through this mic stand. Ooh. Lag.
If that is what you wish.
Flowing water is probably it. Also, I think I should be soul trapping at least some of these. I have the soul gems for it.
Let's go.
I think I have plenty of iron ore. Also, I shouldn't be on the side of the river. Alright, ready. The stream isn't getting as many viewers as the last one. Probably just the timing. I think I need to realize that I need to do the streams later. I think that 9 to 12 block is really the ideal time to do it. Oh, hello. This I've already cleared, so I shouldn't,
I thought about becoming a bandit. I decided I preferred clean clothes and fresh meat.
yeah, I don't have to deal with anyone here. Maybe I should cook some stuff. That's the first time I've actually ever used one? Oh, wow. Sworn I made a steamed mud crab leg. Need to get more salt piles. Those I can buy. Unfortunately, they're also a really nice alchemy ingredient. So I've basically walked all the way from Riften to Whiterun Hold through East March, I think that's what it's called. I'm a little finicky on the holds because a lot of them aren't the name of the capital city. The ones that are, I mean, Falkreath Hold, Whiterun Hold. I actually think that's it. Riften. Those are the easy ones to remember. Markarth is the Reach. Only reason I know that is because I hate that zone. How to fall off a cliff. 101. I think Hjalmarch is Solitude. East March is Windhelm. The Pale is Dawnstar. I think Winterhold is Winterhold, but I don't know. This is a bad place to be. I'll just follow the river. What I haven't learned my lesson on is every time I go down one of these cliffs, Janassa can't follow, at least not immediately. So I do have to be careful not to get engaged in any conflict while she's not present. I'll leave it be. I think good protocol is just to sneak as long as Janassa's not behind me. Because my sneak skill is actually quite good at the moment. I believe the term is serviceable. I'm not quite high in sneak enough yet that I can like sneak up behind people with melee weapons and stab them and get the bonus that way. But it's close enough that I can typically pick my engagements. If I'm sneaking, that is. Now that the guards are around, I should be able to just head into Whiterun. And now it's going to be a game of smithing. How high can it go? Coffee break. we've only been streaming for an hour 30. It seems way longer. Huh. Well, at any rate, I'm gonna head to the inn, sleep, and then I'll have the well-rested bonus too, so I should be able to
I've got a hungry daughter to feed, so selling my produce.
increase in smithing even faster.
Come on in. Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
Man, this place gets good business.
A fine day to you. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room, right this way.
You know, while it's doing this, I'm just gonna stretch.
Drink to our youth, today's come and gone. For the age of aggression is just about done. We'll drive out the storm cloaks and
Okay,
restore
bag.
what we own.
Bag.
Blood and our steel we will take back our...
If you're looking for a challenge, you've come to the right place.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something in the old fort near here.
Alright, before I do all the leather stuff, although it's before or after, doesn't really matter. Let's see what gems we have. That's a lot of amethysts. Okay, so I'm going to need 2 silver, plus 7, that's 9. Flawless amethyst, I need a gold ingot for. So 9 silver, 1 gold, 2 gold, 12 silver, 2 gold. Let's start with the gold first. I always forget that's not in. Whoa, that was a weird animation. Yep. Oh, yep, I did something weird with that. Oopsie.
We're one of the same kind, if that is what you wish.
All right. Grab all that, grab all this. Oh wait, I already have the 2 gold ingots I need. And cave bear pelts. And there we go.
Lead on then.
Apologies for spam clicking, it's probably really loud. Okay, let's see how many leather strips I have. I think it's 11 last I checked. 14. Okay, so count 7, 9, 11. I'll count my head. I think that should be perfect. Awesome. Now, let's see what's worth getting. Close on heavy armor, but it's hard to say that 50% less stagger is worth getting. Deflect arrows is good. Also, it goes into that, so that's nice as well. One-handed, we're already good on that. Archery, I think we should be good on that as well. Sneak. Good, but... Alright, so it's between arrows, deflect, and... recovery is kind of So I think I'm just going to go for arrow deflect, especially since it goes into elemental protection.
Got some good pieces. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage? Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
So 12 silver ingots, I think. That's the number I said, so I'll do 6 and 6. So this is 2. Need 8 more silver ore for this specific run.
Don't get too far ahead.
Literally haven't moved. Also, one of the main reasons I'm not allowed to weight spam, I mean, it would speed this up, don't get me wrong, but it's hard to say it takes an hour for the mana bar to get back up. Mana, Magica. So, in terms of, like, game mechanics, a lot of stuff resets after a certain amount of in-game days, so if I'm weight spamming, it actually resets way sooner. Oops. Need one more, and then we're good. Necklace, gold sapphire ring. Yeah, I need 6 more.
Got some good pieces out here for you to buy. More inside. Yeah, see, I woke up at 6
roughly around 6 a.m. And I've done most of this in under an hour, basically. Maybe around, under 2 hours. Hour's cutting it a little short. So yeah, if I weight spammed 1, this would just level super quickly. What would end up happening is I wouldn't have to branch out into other places to find new ore, new enemies, that sort of thing. I could just stay around Whiterun and level to, legendary skills that way. Instead of adventuring, really. So that's a big reason why I don't do that. Same with fast travel. You're bouncing around way too much. You're going to get quite a lot of days under your belt very quickly. Hold on, if you actually look at this, wait, wrong button. Set it. No. Oh, it's general stats. General stats. Days passed. 26, less than a month. Alright. I don't think there's anything else I need to do. Ugh. Always remember to sneeze into your elbow, especially during these times.
If that is what you wish.
Okay, is there anything else I need to give it back to?
Lead on then.
Got some good looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
Now, is there anything I can sell here? We'll have to check. With the,
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
I'll check in Dragon's Reach to see if there's anything I can disenchant that I won't immediately need. Lately I am finding some pretty high level good gear.
I'm the commander of the guard here in Whiterun.
Listen, Braith, why don't you talk to your mother about this, okay? There's a good girl.
Bruh, spend some time with your daughter. My goodness. I don't want to hear it. No Bleak Falls Barrow me. Bring up recuperation. I actually could use both of these because they stack. That's good for now. What's my armor at, by the way? 325. I have no idea what that correlates to in percent. I have to look at a chart.
My boys will keep you safe. Don't you worry.
Looking to do some hunting? Avoid Bittershin Pass to the southwest.
Okay, now that that's done with, let's think of what I should do next.
Those green apples you sold me the other day were delicious. Aren't they? I always set some aside for myself.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for.
do some
If
alchemy
not,
stuff.
let me know. You look rather... Take a look.
Yeah, sounds good. Buy some of this. Sell all this. Yeah. Back to potions. So there's a lot of stuff here that I don't plan on using.
Come back anytime if you need a remedy.
Especially when it comes to stuff I'll make. Okay, standard procedure is to combine something you don't know with mountain flowers. Should find at least something.
If there's anything I can help you with, you have but to ask.
Then red mountain flower and what's another one that's mudcrab chitin, why not? Nope, nothing. Nice. Luna Mothwing I know goes with.
And I'll be happy to serve you.
Do I seriously not have any Nirnroot? Huh. Weird. Oh, cool. I wasn't expecting that to work.
I offer remedies for ailments both common and rare. Do let me know if I can be of service.
Let's figure out what's the last thing in Tundra Cotton.
If there's anything
Huh.
I can help you with, you have but to ask.
I don't remember any of these at all. Except garlic and salt pile, I remember that one. And of course the ones that I actually use late game. Ah,
You
fortified
will
barter.
find tonics, salves,
Canis root has paralyze, I
poultices,
just
and
don't know what else has
potions on my
paralyze.
shelves. Browse. Heart's content.
That's good too. In fact, I'm gonna make another one of those spared to use.
I offer remedies for ailments both common and rare.
Fire salts and
Do
other
let me know
stuff.
if I
That's
can be of service.
Is there anything I haven't? Yeah, let's see what else B has.
If there's anything I can help, you have but to ask.
I'm mostly just mashing stuff together.
You'll find tonics, salves, poultices, and potions on my shelves. Browse to your heart's content.
There's really not much consideration going on here. Need more resist poison potions. That's good for now. I used up the only one I had.
You look rather so you're an alchemist then?
Yeah, I don't need to resist frost.
Come back anytime if you need a remedy. Pardon me, but do I detect a case of...
And now I'm actually going to
Let me know if you see anything you like.
get some stuff for the house.
Everything's for trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Specifically, you know, let me buy the soul gems too. Ebony ingots really good, but I think I'll wait on that. Glass, goat horns. Why did I buy a goblet? Oopsie. And straw. I need all of those. Now I'm carrying too much to be able to run. Of course I am. But what I can do is sell some stuff to lighten the load. Don't need that much frostbite venom. At most I'll need like 5. Books. Miscellaneous. Nothing really. Not really carrying that much at the moment. For the record, anyone who wants to do a sped up version of all this, just take this and speed it up. The only reason I'm keeping the entire playback is so that, you know, no one can call foul that I've cheated my way to surviving.
Do come back.
It's mostly just a seal of approval that everything's legitimate, which is especially why the playback issues with the last stream are driving me not driving me crazy, but it makes me a little upset.
Need a blade?
Not too much of an issue though. Also, yeah, sorry if you hear other people. It is a family house. Okay. What I need to do now is head over to Falkreath, get... I think I'll stop at the house before I stop at the mill, because I don't know that I need more lumber. Sawn logs. Because I think I just bought a bunch. I didn't really use all of them. Not that I remember, anyway.
Me a song? Does it somehow involve blood or beheadings or the honor of my forebears?
Well, that's where it started.
Cute couple. Don't kill me. Leave me alone, Nazi. I mean, Thalmor. It's part of the reason I try not to take the roads too much. Tend to run into so many random encounters around here. I buy lumber from Girder? I think I can. If I can, I might as well. I think I did, like last stream. Maybe the one before, but dog. Hello.
A fine day to you, friend. May you die
Not
with a
from
sword
her,
in
but
your
I think
hands.
the other person.
Good day.
Where's the guy who runs? There he is. In no way is it safe to be standing there if logs like that are
Here for
rolling
work?
down.
Doing some building, eh? I'll have them hauled over right away. Doing some building, eh?
I'll buy it
I'll
1,000
have them
gold at a
hauled
time.
over Doing some building, eh? I'll have them hauled over right away. Doing some building, eh? I'll have them hauled over right. Doing some
I
building.
wish you could buy in
I'll
bulk,
have
but
them hauled
unfortunately no.
over right away.
I wonder if Ember Shards reset by now. I'd guess not. It's only been 26 days in game, and things reset after 30. I don't think I cleared it in the beginning either. I think if I remember correctly, I wussed out justifiably, and then cleared it later. Part of the reason I streamed now instead of later is because if the yawning is any indication, I am quite a bit tired. Check around, see no giant attacks. Anyone gonna come over here and murder me? No, doesn't look like it. Definitely want to get the bed done.
And what if that is
I
what
need
you
leather
wish?
strips for that, so I might need to go hunting as well.
Let's go.
Missed. Darn. Bandits. Too high, I'd guess. I was not expecting to hit that. Also, for the uninitiated, I don't want to mitigate all the damage. I do want to get hit a little bit, so that I actually have, you know... Oops, didn't mean to grab that.
Guide me!
Gotta level party armor skills sometime.
Got your fast enough?
Now to hunt for more leather strips. But maybe I should turn some of the iron into nails. Although I don't think... Yeah, that doesn't reduce carry weight. What am I saying? High? Maybe. My archery skills are so grand right now. Absolutely impeccable at the moment. That should be enough for leather strips. I do need to... Wait, never mind. I have boots for this reason.
Let's go.
Provided we don't run into any massive hordes of enemies on the way from that spot to here, my house. The lower armor shouldn't make a difference. I'm just going to turn it all into nails because when do I not need nails? I always need nails. Actually, I'll do 6 nails and 4 iron fittings. Because a lot of stuff to use iron fittings as well. Do I have iron in here? What do I have in here? Oh, I have a lot of stuff actually. I might want to grab some of this now that I'm finally going into alchemy too. Noted. Double bed, single bed, single bed. Some chairs. I'm looking for things that take nails, but no iron fittings. I need iron ingots for that too. Hey, it's a little nicer now. And finally, we have a bed. The house is actually somewhat functional now. Somewhat. I was mostly looking to do wall sconces with these sorts of things. I want to at least make it look, you know, it's a little bare bones, but I want to actually have stuff in it, at the very least. As well. See, now it looks still very bare bones, but you know. It's not what it looked like before, which was just complete and utter. Ah, out of nails. At least it looks like a house now. Put the glass in there, goat horns as well, and the straw. That should lower it down. Yep. I think I can get the fireplace in there too. Doesn't it only need 4 stone? I might be very wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure it does. And the sawn logs, of course, but... yeah, only 4 quarried stone for an entire fireplace. Does actually have a chimney. I was about to say, if they cut it off right there and it doesn't show a chimney, I would be very upset. Adjusting things on my head and stretching out, by the way. Best to do that. Not a good idea to sit without stretching for too long. I do like the design of this place a little bit. At least they paid some attention to practicality. Also, in terms of...
don't get too far ahead.
I could feasibly store some things, like the Helmet of Illusion here as well. In fact, I will. Because I'm never going to need it in combat. So I can keep it here. And I won't need it in like Whiterun or anything. I don't have an alchemy station here right now, so I do need to keep these alchemy stuff on me. So you know what, while we're here, I'm going to stand up, go to the bathroom. All the stuff that, you know, you shouldn't neglect, whether you're streaming or just, you know, playing a video game anyway. Now, let's figure out what we're going to do for the rest of the stream. Still probably have at least an hour before I stop, so... Make sure everything's in order. Yep. Let's figure out what we want to do. Let's head towards right. Let's head towards Whiterun. The other way. I think I should be able to handle, at this point, stuff like Spriggans. Whoa. Never noticed that before. That is a lot of beetles? Looks like it. That's a lot of bees. There's the beehive. In reality, you wouldn't actually be able to swim in heavy armor, but... the game doesn't see it that way. Over to the mill, and then we'll see. I feel fairly comfortable out in the open right now, at least until I complete Dragon Rising. I think I shouldn't have too much trouble. I'm more concerned about going into areas. I don't think I will grow out of my worry about dungeons until I have over-leveled bandits and can handle basically anything they throw at me. Ooh, more iron. Perfect. In combat with what? I don't see anything. Do it the old-fashioned way. And then as far as The one thing I can handle well as a Nord is anywhere that has low-level undead, so skeletons, and necromancers.
Hello? You! Over here, please, I need help! Thank Kinnereth for you, stranger. I'd almost given up hope of walking away from here. We tracked a bear to this den. Good coin for those pelts. We had the big sow cornered when they showed up. 3 of them, out of nowhere. Spriggans. Niels went down before we even knew to run. Ari died just inside. I never even thought the things were real. I may have lost a drop or 2 of blood. Truth is, I'm not going anywhere like this. Hurts to breathe. Thank you. Please hurry. Better. Thanks, friend. I wouldn't have lasted much longer without that.
What do you
But
have,
now
like
what?
1 HP?
I can't just walk away. Not with my friends' bodies in there being torn apart by those beasts. You'd do that for a stranger? I don't know what to say. Lead on, I suppose.
Alright. Let's not die. Hopefully it's just standard Spriggans. Standard I can handle.
Hey, watch it!
That's some lag. Hate that. Hate it when they heal like that. Whoa, that's some lag. Gotta be careful pushing it into here.
That takes care of that. Oh.
Okay, let's recuperate a second. Stamina especially. Alright, I have the carry weight spare. Another bear. Pick that off.
Now you're mine.
Hitboxes are kind of weird. Also, bear is very loud. Like, incredibly loud. I hope that didn't hurt your guys' ears.
There is an unnatural chill in the air. Some evil power is at work in this place.
I love how he just, like, he follows me with his head. If you look back there, his head was, you know, following me as I did the motions of mining. Terrible mining animation, by the way, 0 out of 10. Okay, then it must be close. I do not see the Spriggan. I hope it's not a really high level one.
Damn, that's quite a sight.
I suppose what we can do.
What the?
Move forward a little bit. I suppose it might be blocking it here. He said 3 Spriggans. We've killed 1. So that means I'd guess that 2 are up in here. There's 1. I had on the potential 3rd. Not saying cleared. Having fun there?
Be careful. They're faster than you think.
So it's not saying cleared. Yeah, no. There's a 3rd. We're just lucky we didn't trigger it. I'm guessing over here, and I'm guessing it's not going to be as easy. Okay, Janessa, take the lead.
We're one of the same kind, you and I. Fine. What? What?
What was that?
Oh, it is. It's just another regular Spriggan. I was not expecting that. I was expecting it to be one of the orange ones. Alright. Was easier than I expected.
It's done then. Justice, if you could call it that. Look, I want you to have this. I know it isn't much, but it's important to me. Ari gave me this dagger when we first started hunting together. I always said it brought her luck. You should be the one to carry it now. I'll give them a proper burial, then head back. Come find me if you're ever in Fall Creek. You'll always be welcome at my door.
Careful. Our footsteps will echo in every chamber and tunnel.
Balder's lucky dagger. It'll probably be one of the things I, leave in a chest somewhere. Such is the way with those things, though. Let's see if there's anything in here. Huh. Wait. Elven shield. Interesting. Iron greatsword. Less interesting. Yeah, I'll leave it. Well, that went well. I think a lot of it is the HP. I have how much health at the moment? 350. Those attacks were doing quite a bit of damage, it just didn't show it because I had so much health. Troll. I don't know if I can handle one. I feel like if I can handle a Spriggan, I should be able to handle a troll. But only with Janassa around. goodness for sneak skill, though. We'll loop back around when we get the chance. What's this? Hunter's Rest, I think. Yep. Not my first playthrough. Owned. Darn. Alright, let's hunt some troll. I'm being shot at. What's over there? Oh, Hunter. Shooting at something. Unfortunately, I don't have visual on the troll anymore. So I'll sort of slowly creep around. The last thing I want is to encounter it in close range with my bow up. This later, if I remember to. This is risky. Typically make noise. There it is. That is a very not a lot amount of damage. Alright. Let's get out of here. I did not meet the damage check for their regen. This may be a bad idea, but let's see, what soul did I capture there? Lesser soul. Alright. Noted. Owned. I mean, I would assume so. What's this over here? Ominous. These. You want to go?
That's close enough.
Let's go. You want to go? We can go. You're just gonna start shooting at us again as soon as you get out of here. Sorry. Not easy. Hold on, stone flesh. That might be useful if I can cast it. I can't cast it. It's a no from me. Sunderstone Gorge. Let me look that up. I think that's the area. You can get some shout or something. Probably later though, that necromage put up a decent fight. Careful being up here. Yeah. So yeah, I remember what that thing is now. Sometimes the name's familiar, but I don't, put two and two together as to the nature of the zone until later. Like, even if I've been there before, I can't, remember what it looks like until other stuff is revealed.
Vacation is where the head is. That is what Dervenin told us about her master. He's cozy in his solitude.
Cool. Not get involved in any Daedric shenanigans. Good noodle. Good noodle. Let's visit Rorikstead. That sounds like a good place to go. Alright, Mr. Bear, let's go. Look, there's torch bugs. Hey. Don't be rude. Any hawk feathers on me? Ow. Minor magicka just in case. Again on that. Hope you're giving me heavy armor still for this. Bone break fever. What even does that do? Stamina, probably. Problem. No, drains 0 points from stamina. Interesting. Yeah, I'll still cure it because I can, if I can. Can I? No, I can't. Any hawks around? Where is Janassa? That's the million-dollar question. I swear, I'd go down one of these mountains and finding Janassa's like a Where's Waldo? Normally I'd wait. I'd press the T button and wait, but I'd rather not do that now, even though it's not wait spamming. Seems a little cheap. Nice view up here. What I do like is that leveling has started to slow down a bit. I am actually getting quite a bit good in heavy armor and one-handed archery, which is what I want. Those are the main skills I need to make sure are high level. That's just one of those random encounters with like a Nord or something. I'd do it if Janassa was here, but she's not. Oh where has my companion gone? Oh where can she be? As fond as she is of coming in and saving me at the last second, I'd like to not count on that. Yeah, I'll just make my way over to Rorikstead. Mud crabs. Yeah, I should have my sword and shield out. Saber cat. I think I should be able to handle a saber cat like I handled that bear, running around, kiting it, and then healing myself. But I'd rather, like, I'm not gonna go out of my way to fight it. Corundum? Yeah. I'll mine it. Gotta pay attention, though. I am quite close to enemies that I saw, so have to be ready to, you know, basically press I if I need health and abandon so I can fight back, defend myself. Hi, Janessa. To compensate for being well behind all that time, she decided to get as close as physically possible in this game and draw her sword. Pretty sure that's Rorikstead over there. But while Janessa's here, let's meander a bit, see what's around. It is nice, so I do have to be careful of vampires. Especially in this part of Skyrim, if I recall correctly. For some reason, I don't know why, but this correlates to vampire attacks in my head. Maybe just the openness. This is a very open landscape. What's going on here? You. I have to be careful not to... See? I don't want to do that with any of them.
Can't wait to count out your force.
Just now. Thanks for the help, and if you need any supplies, I have a few to sell. You're looking a little rough around the edges. You feeling all right? Take a look.
Let's see, what do you have? Yeah, I'll grab some of this. Iron ore, too. And I'll sell... That was a really tough situation. It's not easy to... Especially now with this horse, too. I don't want to steal it, and it keeps, like, trying to nudge into my view. The game is desperately trying to make me make a mistake. I suppose I'll just sell more of these rings. I have so many of them.
See you.
He would have been dead if I hadn't used healing hands on him. Luckily, he transitioned to me afterwards. Bandit highwayman transition to me. Oh, hello. English. Really hard to refer to multiple people of the same gender. Differentiating between them is not easy. Luckily, this place has an inn.
got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds. If you need a meal or room, I've got both.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
I'll show you to your room. Right this way. See ya.
Need to find a shrine of some sort. Or some hawk feathers.
Let me know if there's... anything else you need.
No offense, but you're not looking so good. Are you feeling ill? Until next time.
Yeah, I need a potion of cure disease. Janassa, please don't be a Lydia. Thank you.
If you need a meal or room, I only take real coin here. No handouts and no bartering.
Any hawks I can snipe out of the sky? Oh, poor cow. Wonder where I got it. Question is, where's the closest place I can find something like a shrine? You know what? Why don't we head to Morthal? That sounds like a great idea. Or no, Solitude. Morthal doesn't have a carriage. On the road to Morthal, you know, you might as well be going to Solitude at that point. It is weird that I'm not... the Bone Break Fever is supposed to reduce my stamina, correct? But no, it doesn't. Hello. Alright, you wanna go? This sword's starting to do quite a bit of damage. Also, for those of you who don't know, in legendary difficulty you deal a quarter of the usual damage, so I'm actually only dealing 10.5 damage per swing. Alright, so I'm going to go here. I want to see if I can't find a shrine somewhere around here. I gotta keep an eye on the sky for hawks to see if I could maybe snipe one of them. Gotta be careful with those giants, though. They will mess me up. Big time. Saber cat. Let's go. Let's go, kitty. I think you can make a cure disease potion yet from these mud crabs, but you need another. I think you need charred skeever hide, which I don't have. Or, you know, a myriad of other things, but that's the combo that comes to mind. And of course, you need an alchemy table to do it. What's in Brood Cavern? Because that strikes me as either spiders or vampires. Let's look it up. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying I'm looking it up, so that's like a full disclosure thing. I don't see anything wrong with that. Ideally, you'd be able to, ask, what's in Brood Cavern? Oh, master vampires. Well. Oh, I was wrong. Bears. Oh, I can handle bears. Especially with Janassa here. This isn't Brood Cavern.
I thought about becoming a bandit. I decided I preferred clean
Or
clothes.
Nope. We can do something else. More bears.
What you wish.
Alright. Need you to carry on this. And I have to get the satchel back to Silgio. Next time I'm in the Rift. This episode I've walked incredibly far. I went from the Rift all the way through here to Whiterun, then down to Lakeview Manor, then around here to over here. I think by the end of this episode I'll probably have, gone from one end of Skyrim to the other. If I end in solitude, that is, of course. I always like the look of solitude. Gotta be careful about this stuff, though. Walking along here is not the best idea on the planet. Why'd I do that? Janassa's not nearby. Because I did the stupid stuff on the rock. She couldn't follow. Some more HP. Let's do that. Now, once that's a thing, I'm going to start using daggers. I'll craft a, no urgency on that, but I think I will craft an ebony dagger when it becomes time to get ebony weapons. Where is Janassa? Yeah, I don't see her. So assume. Oh, she started the fun without me. And she needs her healing hands. That was kind of close. Really close, actually. I'll give her some time to regen. Nice landscape, though.
Trouble is in the air here. NASA seems like she's doing okay. Okay is a relative term, but you know what? Let's do fortify health. Now's the time. Okay. Patiently waiting its turn. Definitely need to make more potions healing after this. What a fight. not envy those creatures that make a home in such a cold, dark place as this.
Whew. Did I seriously use all of my potions of healing? I think I did. Yeah, I'm out of healing potions. My goodness. Ooh, black arrow. That's kind of nice. Read that. Did I already do that? I must have already gotten that book then. Oh, that's nice. Probably not as good as flat health, because
And what might,
health regen
if
in combat
that is
not
what you
good
wish.
anyway. I need you to carry. Hold on. Will she wear it? She will. Interesting. I need to disenchant it though, so.
Lead on then.
Anything behind here? Looks to be. Hi. That was a tough fight. Next time, remind me to check how many bears are in the cave, because I just saw, oh, it has bears. 3 bears at once is more than I anticipated, to say the least. Well, on the way to Solitude. I'll be sure to grab as many butterfly wings and blue mountain flowers as I possibly can. I do have my alchemy gear with me, so when I get around to making it, should be able to make some relatively potent stuff. Oh great, more bears. Skyrim, oops, all bears. I gotta make that into a meme. It will be done. Come on. The mud crab. What is this bear's hitbox? Honestly, the bow is really good at suppressing fire when Janassa is there. The DPS suffers, though. Oh, hello. I am close to Morthal. I'll go there. I didn't follow the road. Honestly, when do I end up following the road these days? I feel like every single time these streams run longer because in 20 minutes it'll be 3 hours and 30 minutes of stream. But I don't know, as I get more adept in combat, it just feels so much more fun. Can't resist playing for longer and longer. Ah, yes, noise weed. Oh, it got the last laugh now, didn't it? Let's see if there's any ingredients I can eat to discover. I gotta not eat that. Have to almost mess up. So many things restore stamina, my goodness. You know, they have these extensive docks here. For what? A lake that's barely ankle deep? I suppose it connects to a river, but... it's hardly navigable. In reality, this slow-flowing river would almost certainly be filled with so many lily pads you wouldn't even believe your eyes. You have an apothecary here?
You're different, aren't you? Not like anyone else. Not in Mortal or Skyrim.
Yes, they do. Nice.
Oh, do come in. I hope I have what you need. If you need any alchemy supplies, take a look.
Ingredients. Not that one. Ooh, that's expensive too. I think I can make some decent stuff with this, though.
Good day.
Okay. Put on the alchemy stuff. Let's get to work. First order of business. Is there anything else that restores health? Let's see. Because I want to budget this. Nope, just do my flour and wheat. Alright then. Anything else that's make those to sell? Resist fire, that's nice. 18%. Resist poison. Ooh, nice. 25. Clear selections, weakness to magic. Nothing. I'm looking for what sells well. Upgrade alchemy a little bit.
Jürgen and I both work. Ah, so you're an alchemist then?
Do you have a potion of... Yes, you do. Thank you. That's expensive. I should also grab 2 of those. so let's sell all of this. I'm never going to use the 24s if I have 25s.
Until next time.
Oops, still weighed down.
Yes, Sarah, if that is what you wish. Lead on then.
Level 27, though. Also, I want to get up to sneak until 70. That would be really nice, because then, if walking and running does not affect detection, the chances I get jumped by something that I can't handle go way down. Never underestimate the ability to hide, even in full plate armor. Anyway, let's head to Solitude. Where I can then hopefully head to Dawnstar, finish this quest. She just drew her weapon, so I know we're about to fight something. Yeah, take it to Dawnstar, finish the quest. Yeah, sure. And then probably walk back down to Whiterun, or maybe do some more stuff around Dawnstar, although I don't know if I can handle polar bears. Snow bears, I think they're called. We'll see. What now? No, just a tiny spider. Tiny is a relative term. Let's check this out. These are good too. Okay. Mud crabs, it seems. Hey, that's pretty good. Heavy armor skill, me. Give me the heavy armor skill, please. Heavy mudcrab chitin is probably the most common ingredient because you just get so much of it, and mudcrabs are such a good thing to fight.
And what might you need, if that is what you wish?
Oh yeah, mammoth tusk, snow fox pelt. And we just have stuff to sell is the issue. Bunch of stuff to sell. Part of the reason I want to get over to Solitude as quickly as possible. What's over here? Standing stone, obviously, but what kind? Probably not important because I don't remember eating it. Yep. Pretty useless. If I recall, this actually makes you take double damage from magic attacks. No thank you. So don't even use that. That just seems like a way to, constantly get yourself killed by mages. Might not seem bad, but then you remember. Charis. That is not spider sounds. There's no high spots around here. Can't get any advantageous points. Sorry. Okay. All right. So. Yep, it's gonna throw its poison at me. I need to dodge this. Charis Reaper. Okay. Speaking of dodging, let's run. She can. Hold on. I did not expect it to go down that easily. Also, I don't need this. Okay then. I was expecting a Charis Reaper to put up more of a fight, considering I can barely DPS a troll down. But I suppose that is more just a DPS issue for that specific mob than anything else. Nice.
Need something? If that is what you wish.
Okay. Glass bow.
Let's go.
Give that to you. I might still sell it, but... Or no. I'm not sure. Might be worth improving before I sell it, even if I don't have the skill to double the improvement. Might still be worth it. Alright. I don't think I've actually been into Solitude yet, so there's gonna be the whole Rogbeer shenanigans going on once I enter. So Stormcloaks, look away. I haven't decided what side I want to pick. Not entirely sure. Although, no, I might have gone in. Hold on. I might have gone in to use the inn. In fact, I think I did. I suppose we'll see when I enter. And now, we see. Yeah, no, I've been here before. You have a gold coin.
Tool? You got nothing
wait,
better
no,
to do
wrong
than
one.
bother an old man?
Which is the one that I gave a coin to?
Jari. It doesn't matter how many times you ask.
Thought it was him. Huh. Anyway, I need to hit up the blacksmith cell.
You're missing out on some wonderful opportunities for you.
gonna be a no for me.
And what might you, if that is what you wish?
32. What's the one she's currently using? 30 to 37, so I don't think it's ever going to be comparable, considering I'm not going to be able to upgrade it. Let's make some good old leather stuff. Now it all takes time. I literally can't get too far ahead, Janessa. I'm weighed down. Hello, Volt. How's it going? Hold on, I have to count. Probably hit, well, I'm going to hit the next level, and halfway to 70. I need to hit 74 before I can upgrade it to Epic, unless...
Seems there's no end to the looking to protect yourself or deal some damage.
No, I can definitely get, smithing. Yeah, I just need to get some, glowing mushrooms. I have to look at an easy place to find those. I know some areas, but they're a little hard to reach.
Return anytime you need arms or armor. My forge never.
Oh, hello.
Hey, wanna play tag?
Sure.
I thought adventurers were supposed to look tough.
Wow, okay.
Sure, whatever you say. Bye.
I was down to play tag. The child is a savage. Well, over to Dawnstar for me to finish up that quest. I could do Shimmermist Cave. But I think Falmer are going to outlevel me pretty bad. I don't want to come up against something that's just... Especially with the poison. Poison is probably going to be my weakness for a while.
Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. Oh, steady. This rain will stop eventually. Always does. Whenever you stop by at night, always gotta check for vampires.
You look awful. Better not get me sick.
Everyone thinks I'm too young to be a ship's captain.
Oh, yeah,
I'm going to prove them wrong. That's the first bit of good news I've had since I set sail a year ago. Here's your cut. All right then.
That's a fine cut. God, I never actually drank the cure disease potion. Maybe I should head to Winterhold or Windhelm. By boat over there. Not expensive, last I checked.
Your
ancestors wouldn't want this, Silas.
Why should I hide from it? This is my family's legacy.
It's the past. Dead oaths on dead lips. Let it stay there.
The museum is opening, Medina.
I beg you, don't go into Silas's museum. Silas comes from one of the oldest families in Dawnstar. They have a complicated history. Several of his ancestors belonged to the mythic Dawn, the cult that almost destroyed Tamriel. His family's involvement was only found out well after the crisis had died down, but it still ruined their reputation. They were outcasts. And now Silas is back, and this museum to the mythic Dawn is his way of trying to rebuild his family's pride. It's misguided.
Okay.
That museum is a mistake.
Well, why are you telling me that, Tony?
Looking up. Where you headed? Climb on in the boat and get comfortable.
It's more expensive, but not horrible. Difficulty with these streams is that a lot of boring bits intermixed.
I wish the Nords, Argonians, and Dark Elves in Windhelm got along better.
Windhelm has been hard on my people, but our fortunes will turn, and we have shelter and food. We have not fared well outside our native Black Marsh, but we're determined to make the best of things. I began praying to Zenithar, the god of wealth, to bring us some fortune. But thieves made off with my sacred amulet almost as soon as I bought it. Shavi would be in your debt, kind one.
Alright, let's find that thing.
I enjoyed our talk.
Ooh, Winter War. Shouldn't be too difficult. Wrong direction. Off to a good start.
Another day, another September.
Oh, porkers. Let's see here. How much damage do you do? Oh, you guys will be great for training. NASA, don't get involved. Stay on that side. Hi, Miss Vampire there. Oh, hello. The vampire is patiently waiting her turn. What? Man, their range is garbage. What do you do out in the sun anyway? Oh, Janas is over there fighting that. So, hi. You got somewhere to be? All right then. I mean, I'm not gonna bother her if she's like not gonna be hostile. She is still a vampire, but I mean, come on. Maybe she's going shopping. Alright then. Off to the Winter War. One moment. All right. There we go. Back. I don't know why, but that's not the first time that a random vampire has showed up. Non-hostile. When I try to talk to it, it's like it's busy. Bethesda game. Alright. Oh. I gotta be careful about the bears, though. The Horkers don't do that much damage. In fact, I might use them to train heavy armor later. Either stream or whatever. Same as the mudcrabs, those are good. Now it's getting to the point where my potential selection of things that I will allow to beat me up in order for heavy armor skill is growing larger and larger. Eventually I'll be able to actually level it naturally. Oh, hello. No, you don't. Hey, Janassa, come over here and fight this snow bear with me. I think this one has a common soul. Lesser soul, so let's start shooting at it. Okay, so that hits the hitbox, but the other attacks before didn't. Come on, hit me. I gotta level up heavy armor somehow. That's the problem with this place. Have to constantly fight your way through animals to get anywhere, really. Interesting bunny. see if they can talk, and I'll see which one is which. They both look like normal, you know, maybe outlaws. Don't strike me as marauders. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, they just strike me as normal bandits. Outlaw. Bandit Chief. Let's see how much. Yeah, he does good damage.
Time to die. It's nothing.
Heck, who cares? Eh. I'm sure I'll find a dagger of torpor that's way less heavy. Plus, it's not even a good enchantment. Ooh. That's what I needed.
We're one of the same, if that is what you wish.
I think I will actually put fire on both of my bow. Once I get a Grand Soul Gem, I'll put it on at least my sword. Maybe even my bow as well. What is weighing me down? Probably mostly all this. Oh yeah. The mud crab chitin especially.
Let's go.
I'll have to remember to take it back when I get the chance. And boy, do I need an alchemy station at my house. Oh well. Back to Windhelm. It would be very realistic if the cold water at the very least did damage. Because let me tell you, if there's ice in the water, it's not going to be warm. You're going to be... In fact, immersing yourself in water like this, in these conditions, would invariably give you hypothermia if you had no way to warm up. Unless you're some sort of Iceman. This stream's probably going to end up being like 4 hours, but once I get to Shavi and do the stuff and yeah, finish up that quest, I think I'll end for the day. Skeever against... It might be a dog. It might be a dog. Last time it was Skeevers against something. It's a dog. I'm doing it. Run! Don't hurt dog! Get away from it. dog go? The dog. Will the dog be my friend? Nah, it's not accepting my friendship at the moment. Or is it following me? Do I have a dog now? I have a dog. Yes. No. Sadly, I do not have a dog. Well, I helped the dog. I'll have to find a different dog. One of these days I'm gonna go over to Solitude and just grab Miko. Ice Wolf. Good pelts for that. Man, he's just getting bodied. More wolves too. Let's go. Yeah, at this point the wolves are fairly easy to take care of, even the ice wolves. I'm finally reaching points where as long as it's a certain type of enemy, I got it. It's no issue. Pretty soon it'll be bandits. Like, if it's just bandits, I can handle bandits. That'll probably be once I'm like level 40. I will be grinding bandits for a long time, because they max out at like level 28. And by level 40, I'll have over 500 health. I think. Maybe by level 41 I'll have. Yeah, I think. No, I'd have to check. Because I have. Ooh. So I have 360 health now at level 27, so yeah, I'd have to be level 41. At level 41 I will have 500 HP. Where is Shy? Probably in the wherever they go. Is it seriously telling me to use the front door? No. Not happening.
not the reforming the Dawn God. Vampire hunters or something. In the old fort.
Shut it, you.
And you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
I'm a sailor on the North Wind. We're laying over
Skyrim isn't very friendly for Argonians, so we mostly just keep out of the way. Bless you, friend. You've renewed my hope. Before I came into Zenithar's calling, I confess I was a thief. But I learned a few things in my time that might help you survive. Let me show you. I enjoyed our talk.
It's good to spend some time on solid land.
Hello.
I wish the
Sparacoin.
Nords, Argonians,
Sparac-
and Dark Elves and Windhelm
Oh,
got along
thank you.
better.
Divines bless your kind heart.
A life on the river makes for
Smile on
weak
a charitable
legs,
soul.
so I do a lot of walking when we dock.
Actually, you know what? Back in. I'll
Come
sleep.
on in. We've got warm food, warm drinks, and this here's candle. Sure thing. It's yours for. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Enjoy your stay. And don't break nothing.
Where is my room? Oh, first floor.
I was one of the best soldiers in the Stormcloak army.
This one?
Till I took a
Yes. Hours of sleep. It's always nice. I could go for 12 hours of sleep right now in real life.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Anyway.
The Nords don't appreciate us. But so what? I don't appreciate them right back.
Well, that seems like enough for one day. Plenty enough. Well, hope
Don't
you...
get too far ahead.
Your favorite words to say. Anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed. I realize it was a very long stream, and honestly, for anyone who watched it through, what is wrong with you? Well, at any rate, I'm not dead yet. See ya.